Okay, these are the two palettes I'm using. I'm using Sugarpill's Heartbreaker, and I'm using a Makeup Forever palette that I put together. There's a lot of really bright colors in it. Basically, what you need is a green, a yellow, sort of like a warm brown, like a deep purple or sort of like magenta-y color. A black is handy, a navy blue is good. And then from this one I'm probably just going to use like purple. I'm just going to sort of start and play and you can see how it sort of comes together. I'm going to use this one first, the like magenta kind of color. I'm just going to pop it on my finger and just sort of start randomly placing it. And if you have like a bruise that came from something specific, you can sort of shape it in that way. Like, but this one is going to be like just a random bruise. So I'm tapping the color in and then I'm sort of tapping on it. I'm not trying to blend it though, because bruises are really not blended. So you just want it to be really random. Okay, and then make sure that you're looking at a mirror from further away too, just to see how it's looking. I'm going to wipe my finger off so it's clean again. And I'm going to go into that brown color. And again, keeping it really random. Okay, and then I'm going to take that blue, so the navy blue, and this one I want less of. But the blue will sort of signify where the initial hit was, where the most broken vessels are. So try to keep it kind of in one area, like a smaller sort of area. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the purple now from the Sugarpill. This is Love Plus, or sorry, this is Poison Plum. I'm just gonna add a couple sort of dots. Okay. And take a step back. I'm gonna add a little bit more blue here. Okay. And now I'm gonna go in and kind of mix a little bit of the green and the yellow together. And you don't want this color to be really vibrant. You want it to be really quite sheer. So I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna tap it twice against a paper towel, and I'm just going to sort of really lightly tap that in, and just a little bit around the edges. And you can just really use it to sort of blend colors a little bit. And if your bruise is supposed to be a few days old or a week old or whatever, they get progressively more yellow and more brown. So if you want it to look like an older bruise, then keep going with maybe add more of the green and the yellow and less of the sort of like pinky tones. The pinky tones, like, they sort of indicate trauma and broken blood vessels. the yellow and the green are really for healing and sort of a shadow of what was once there. Just because those blue, see how the blue is a little more smudgy than I'd like it to be. It's more diffused. I want it to be sharper. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm just going to sharpen up the edges a little bit. So and just sort of make them randomly shaped. And that's really it. This one is, well, maybe I'm going to take away some of that. Just going to blend it a little and add a bit more of the, I'm going to go into the magenta and the brown together and just sort of break up that blue a little. So that's just that's just a really quick eyeshadow bruise. You can do this anywhere on your body. You can really shape it to whatever area, like if you're gonna do one on your neck, you know, shape it kind of around your neck. Don't just do a big huge circle, because that wouldn't really look right if there's bones in the way. So like say if you're gonna do a bruise right here, it wouldn't bruise as much along the bones, so it'd be deeper right next to the bones, right? Like the color would be deeper right next to the bones. Black eyes, well, I'll have one for black eyes as well in this little area section. And then I'll show you guys too, for any makeup artists that are out there, if you're having trouble with bruising, or you know, if you just know a makeup artist that you could borrow maybe a little bit of product from, or if you want to go and spend the money, these are wonderful to have. Illustrator palettes. So this is from Premier Products. It's called Skin Illustrator, and this palette is really old, so you gotta forgive it for looking so rough, but I've used this palette to death, and it's got sponges dried in it because I'm terrible and I totally don't know why I left them there, but these are alcohol activated paints. So you take your 99% alcohol, you spray it in there, and then you can work with the paints. The wonderful thing about them is they stay on your skin, so you can shower, you can put on clothes, they won't rub off on clothes, they'll stay on until you take them off. If you're drinking a lot and you know alcohol's coming out of your pores, then of course it won't stay for as long, but these are really wonderful, and my favorite thing to use for bruising and painting cuts and things like that. So I'll show you guys some stuff with illustrators as well. These run about $75 to $100 each, depending on where you find them, but I will link some stuff as well for them if you want to purchase them. They're wonderful. Anyhow, I will talk to you guys later. Hope you like my bruise, and I hope you try it, even if you know, don't really want to do something really for Halloween. You can always give yourself a black eye and go wander, you know. Anyhow, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.